Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SCW Episode 9. My goodness, SCW Episode 9, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Being held in front of probably the same 100 people at the battleship. You know how it is, Mike and Cohen rocking it, a 56 out the gate. Mike and Cohen welcome us to the show with this being quite possibly the deepest and most built story today. And again, I'm a very storyline based booker, so as we continue to build up the SCW backgrounds and the knowledge, we'll go and get deeper into it. La Hija de Guadalajara will be defending her SCW Women's Championship in the opener against fast riser Lindsay Snow. We will see Sam Stackhouse, one half of the SCW Tag Team Champions, take on the Southern Psychopaths Mance Warner in a death match. Sawyer Wreck takes on Steph Delander in a brawn panties match, the 90s. Jay and Silent Bob team up with Rob Van Dam to take on Vandal 48 after what happened just last night at I Assure You We're Open. And in the main event of Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, the Mad King Eddie Kingston defends his SCW Championship against the main one, Zillifa 2, in a steel cage. So I'm stoked for this show. I am calling above a 61, or at least a 61, which will be our best show of all time. All right. In the opening match, La Hija de Guadalajara defeats Lindsay Snow in 9:33 with the Mishi Driver. She makes defense number 3 of her SCW Women's Championship. I'm kind of stuck with the women's right now, man. I really don't know what to do with the women. I love women's wrestling currently and the landscape that it is and you know, the wrestling world, but I'm really struggling. I don't want to go and grab the Tegan Noxes and the Shotzi's and everyone that's been released from WWE because they're really stacked in books. So I'm going to be scouting. Might go grab Bozilla. I don't know what I'm going to do. 43 and 43, so Lindsay Snow and La Hija de Guadalajara, though. 44 overall. And she was off her game. Lindsay Snow, though, is young. She's getting better at her gimmick. And in the next match, oh yeah, the 6-way scramble. We're going to bring the 6-way scrambles here to SCW like GCW. I'm absolutely going to steal it. And about that, it's a superb wrestling and good heat. Ortiz defeated AJ Gray, Coughlin, Ace Austin, your ex-champion, Alex Colon, and Tim Donaldson. Ortiz pinned the ex-champion Ace Austin. It was a splendid little story, and that is with Ortiz getting a big 6-way scramble victory over the current ex-champion, making him the number 1 contender. Ortiz was great. 49, 53, 62, 47, 50, 52 from up the bottom with Cologne, Ortiz, Coughlin, Gray, Austin, and Dunst. We got to use Dunst too, man. He really always puts in good performances. 65 here with a 52 and 29 for wrestling in the crowd. All right, next up, an extremely short match. Carissa Rivera defeats Jenny Rose. The match had very little drama to flow to, and nobody in the ring had psychology to take control of it properly. But it did give the crowd a breather. Carissa Rivera with a victory here in SCW again. Yes, sir. In an exceptional match, Mance Warner defeats Sam Stackhouse in 11 minutes by pinfall with a DDT. We're going to have to check. This may be the highest rated match in SCW history, 60 and 68. That's just unbelievable. Great rating, you guys. All right. In the next match, Vandal 48, Atticus Cogar, Otis Cogar, and Christian Napier defeated the team of Rob Van Dam and Jay and Silent Bob when Atticus Cogar pinned Jason Mewes with a headlock driver, 54, 25, 22, 59, 43, and 68 down from top to bottom. Jay and Silent Bob are off their game, which makes sense. They are not professional wrestlers. But regardless, we got the fun little I Assure You We're Open Clerks reference into the Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back 2 shows in the Jersey area. 51 overall with Vandal 48 going over. All right, next up. And about that, I had great wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Sawyer Wreck defeats Steph Delander in a Brawl's pinner match when Steph Delander was stripped. 35 for Sawyer Wreck and Steph Delander with a 58. Really playing off these girls' hatred and embarrassing one another. The Manders and Warner storyline has advanced but lost heat, 45 overall. But after the match, Steph Delander has been stripped to a bra and panties, and Sawyer Wreck has been declared the victor. Mance, still bloody from his match with Sam Stackhouse, is seen running in to cover her up as one called Manders and Sawyer Wreck escape, having gotten the best of Mance and Steph this event. Sawyer Wreck underperformed. One called Manders did not do well, as did Mance Warner, but they were both great off script last time, so maybe the consistency just isn't there yet. A 50 overall, though. This show is not going as good as I thought it was going to go to, but nevertheless, we push on. And in the main event, Eddie Kingston defeats Zillifa 2 in a cage match by 16-30 fall with a blackout lariat. Eddie Kingston makes defense number 3 of his SCW Championship, 56 and 59 for the Mad King and the main one. This is fantastic. Great rating here with a 63. We got 2 great matches. Maybe our 2 best matches of all time, actually. After the match, the cage is lifted. A bloody Eddie Kingston stands at the ring with the SCW Championship in his hands, and as he celebrates, the lights are cut out. And as they come back on, Zillifa 2 is out on the mat, but now so is Eddie Kingston. Nobody is to be found, and everyone is confused. The SCW Championship lies at the feet of the Mad King. So who took out Eddie Kingston? We're not sure. Zillifa 2 just had to lay there, and he was still confused with the dialogue. That's fantastic, Zilla. But a 56 here for SCW's Jay and the Bob Strike Back. We're hoping for a 60. Hoping for a 60. Hoping for a 61. Tied our show in the great yes, the show increased our popularity in 10 regions. I'm not sure why it was only 10, but nevertheless, it was our best show of all time, or tied for our best. We're gonna give it to the Cougars. Why not? Financial report, whatever. Popularity recap. Not really sure why we just went over in these